Hello and welcome to Mindya Rock Festival.
At the end of August, rock comes to Mindya, a small village in the Veliko Tarnovo region of Bulgaria. And every year, the political scientist Professor Dayanov brings familiar favorites and emerging talent to rock and roll the village. But this is a music festival, and I cannot broadcast much of the music, because if I do, the lords of copyright will be all over me like a rush. So I will tell you about rock in Bulgaria and how the music of the decadent West trickled into the country. Often records and cassettes arrived hidden in the cabins of truck drivers, in diplomats' trunks, or even purchased on bootleg markets across the border in Serbia, and later, when tape recorders became more common, recorded off the radio broadcasts of forbidden stations such as the BBC and Radio Free Europe, and a few Serbian radio stations. Back then it was Yugoslavia, not exactly a free country, but according to most Bulgarians, a lot freer than Bulgaria at the time. But back to the 60s, the noise of swinging London and the screams marking the arrival of the famous four from Liverpool, aka the Beatles, made it through the Iron Curtain, and a different kind of music began to reach the ears of a selected few. These were young men and women, often living in cities. In Bulgaria, rock lands among the well educated young urbanites. And in some respects, although rock became very popular, it remains the music of the urban cultural elite. During the communist era, art and culture were managed by the state. Music and entertainment in general were carefully managed and served to promote state ideology. From the beginning, rock and all other Western music genres, including jazz and pop, were perceived as a threat to the established order. I should note that even in the US, rock music was initially perceived as a threat to public order, a form of rebellion against core values of 50s America, the aspirational middle America, and the nuclear family, where consumption played an important role in defining success. And along come the screaming rockers, their music firmly rooted into the intoxicating rhythms of blues, the type of music that bypasses the brain, goes down to your feet, and punches you in the stomach on the way down and the way up. The Bulgarian establishment mirrors the American and British establishment's initial reaction of horror to the new sounds. The regime tries to discourage listening to Western music with threats of punishment, social shaming, and by micromanaging all forms of broadcast and musical performance. But the forbidden music finds its way among groups of young people, and it becomes the soundtrack of private parties and more or less secret concerts.
Всеки път забравям да ни представя. Имаме Давид на квадрат. Давид. Рали на бас. Светли барабани. И аз съм Юлиана на вокал. И също така имаме и Фейсбук. Там сме Ero 404 Band.
Bulgarians love music. Music is good, but it is even better with friends and food and rakia. Rakia is often described as brandy or grappa. It is the firewater of Bulgaria. It comes in many varieties, from paint stripper to the nectar of the gods. And On the table there is a big bottle of Iran. The drink is made with yogurt, okizelo mleko and water. Because when the inevitable acid reflux rises like a tsunami of epic proportions, only Iran can stop it. Bulgarians' love for music cannot be underestimated, and the state eventually acknowledged that they were fighting a losing battle. So, over time, some rock bands were allowed, but their creative output had to be approved by the state organs. The authorities began to turn a blind eye to activities such as listening to Western music and wearing Western style clothing, till it was done quietly and in private. The secretive environment gave birth to a couple of urban legends. In the summer of 1962, a rumor spread that Elvis Presley would spend the night in the Balkan Hotel in the outskirts of Sofia. Another persistent urban legend is that in 1968, the Beatles decided to attend the World Youth Festival in Sofia. Their plane landed in Sofia airport, but the authorities stopped them from taking part in the event. And in response, the Beatles played a few songs on the landing strip for a few lucky spectators, then boarded their plane and went back home.
Благодаря много, това беше Джими Хендрикс.
Western bands and singers were routinely blacklisted. The authorities put forward some interesting reasons for banning certain bands. For example, the Sex Pistols, Clash and Blondie were blacklisted because of the punk and violence in their songs. AC/DC, Julio Iglesias and Kiss got the chop for neo-fascism. Pink Floyd was banned for distorting Soviet foreign policy. Alice Cooper for teaching vandalism. Iron Maiden, religion obscurantism, which means that apparently Iron Maiden preached against knowledge and scientific inquiry and progress. And Van Halen sang anti-Soviet propaganda. Tina Turner for just being too sexy. In 1989, the regime ended. The counterculture and defiance associated with rock did not end, but lost out to Chalga. Chalga is a pop dance music genre with a blend of traditional Bulgarian music along with influences from Greek, Serbian, Turkish, Gypsy and Arabic music. It is light, the tunes are catchy, and the songs tell of dreams of success, money, love and lust. But there are still plenty of die-hard rock fans around.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. That would be wonderful. I publish these videos in English on Tuesdays, Italian on Wednesdays and Bulgarian on Thursdays. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.